Amanda Edwards, and I'm running for the United States Senate from the state of Texas. I'm very excited about the opportunity to serve all Texans, and part of that service relates to making sure that you adequately communicate, as well as making sure you distill down issues that are important to them. And so in this case, I want to talk a little bit about something we call the future of work. So what is the future of work, you ask? That's a great question. Right now, our economy is experiencing a lot of change. We see technology and other changes and developments leading toward more automation and other evolution of our economy. That has caused a number of jobs that have been traditionally in the workplace to go away. It's also provided for smoother delivery of services, but not everybody's excited about this change or evolution of the economy, because when you have job loss, obviously that leads to lack of security for American families. That's why it's important that you have elected officials who serve a critical role, not only in terms of reacting to the changes, but having a vision for the future and how it is that we can have policies in place that account for and take into account the fact that we are going to continue to see automation and the evolution of the economy with technological advancement and innovation. However, we want to meet people where they are today. Did you know that currently, according to a recent poll that was done, that there are so many Americans that actually fear the future of work? Specifically, about 55% of those polled had negative feelings about the future of work. Also, in that same poll, we found that about 2/3 thought that future of work concepts or this automation or evolution of the economy was actually more fearful to them than is foreign competition. That speaks volumes to the anxiety level that a lot of Americans have. And so I want to just chat with you just for a few moments about some ways in which we can address those concerns. One happens to be with job skills and training. One thing that I think is really important when we talk about job skills and training is that we don't just think about it from the typical education standpoint, meaning when you are going through your initial education stages, but rather looking at opportunities to continue to provide upward mobility opportunities for people who are already within their industries. So for example, think about advanced manufacturing. What if we had workforce credits or workforce development credits that you could use that would allow you to continue to get the on-the-job training that you needed, instead of just simply being displaced from a job because the technology on site has changed. That's just one example of many that we can be looking toward and building toward if we're going to be visionary leaders addressing the future of work in an inclusive way. We want to make sure that nobody feels that they're left out of today's economy or tomorrow's economy. Another area happens to be things like promoting entrepreneurship. Making sure that we are providing the skills as well as the support systems set up for entrepreneurs is really important. Now, not everybody's going to be a small business owner or entrepreneur or innovator, but it's important that we do provide access to those support services. Remove some of the barriers to accessing entrepreneurship as a pathway for people. For example, increasing access to capital for small business owners is an example of what we can do to assist. And the last but not least is to make sure that we have social safety nets. One thing that's important to think about is the fact that our economy's changed so much that people don't necessarily stay at the same job forever and a day like they used to, but instead they move around a lot, and we want to make sure that we have a number of those things that would be considered social safety nets as portable, so that people are able to be flexible in this evolving economy. So that wraps up our little synopsis of future of work. I like to call it Future of Work 101. I look forward to you joining me next time.